The Cold War expands. William Wyatt and Dillon. The Berlin Airlift. June 24th, 1948 to May 12th, 1949. West Berlin, the capital of Germany, was blockaded by the Soviet Union during the years 1948 and 1949. During this time, Truman ordered a massive airlift of supply into West Berlin, known as the Berlin Airlift. There were over 270,000 flights that flew goods into Berlin. The U.S. continued using this strategy until the Soviets removed the blockade on West Berlin.
Czechoslovakia, 1948. The Soviet Union controlled most of Eastern Europe. Poland, Bulgaria, Romania, and Hungary all had established pro-Soviet governments. In February 1948, Joseph Stalin gathered Soviet troops on the border of Czechoslovakia and demanded for the establishment of an all-communist government. Before, the Czechs had elected a mostly communist government, which included some democratic parties. Shortly after, communists invaded and seized control of the government, ending the Czechs' experiment in post-war democracy. Communist leaders arrested, tried, and jailed anyone that opposed them. They suppressed basic rights, including the freedom of speech and the freedom of press.
NATO and the Warsaw Pact, late 1940s. NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty Organization and is an organization that supports capitalism. NATO members agreed to plan for collective security. They pledged to consider an attack on any member as an attack on all members. NATO formed a standing army to defend Western Europe in the event of a Soviet invasion. In the late 1940s, the USSR tightened its grip on all its satellite nations or countries under its controls. They also were the founder of the Warsaw Pact.
Hungary, 1956. In October 1956, thousands of Hungarians briefly revolted against Hungary's communist government. People marched through the streets of Budapest, Hungary's capital, waving flags and calling for democracy. Many Hungarians believed that the U.S. would support Hungary by sending troops and weapons overseas to aid them in fighting in the Soviet Union. They were surprised when American forces did not come to aid. This revolt was formed by Emery Nagy. He formed a reformed communist. His goal was to free Hungary from Soviet domination. Thanks for watching.